So there is a lot of things to talk about here. Two competition just finished and some amazing results which have come out from all the competition. So I'm gonna be spending some few minutes here talking about all the games, really, especially the one that I was focusing mainly on, which is the United game. This is Atletico Bilbao, I think. Yes. Then they also talk about Tottenham Hotspurs versus Porto Glim. Talk about Chelsea as well. Then talk about Florentina versus Real Sociedad. All of those games that played on, and we know who are going to the final in both the Europa as well as the Conference League. I'm excited. May is always the exciting month. This is the month where everything's wrapped out, and I'm excited for it. So do me a favor as we are wrapping up the season. Let us wrap up in a high. Like the video, subscribe to the Connect wherever you're watching us from, and also follow the Connect as well as subscribe to the Connect so that you never miss whenever we go. If you watch on your Facebook, you will see that there is in description where you can go just like and subscribe. Also on the Connect YouTube page, go do that. It's always important on the Connect. Let's talk about the games. Firstly, United versus Atletico Bilbao. I think most of the game, if you're watching this game, you wanted to fall asleep because it felt like Atletico were trying, but they were just not doing enough to get over the line or even to come anywhere close to actually put and make this game a challenge. And that kept on happening so often that it was even irritating to watch at some point. But they kept on going forward. And I was wondering, what exactly do they need? What exactly can the turnaround effect be? Then the goal comes out of nowhere, the one that was hit at the out of the 18 area, and I'm like, okay, there is an opportunity to come back in this game. First half, United, after that goal, it affected them. There were nails in the stadium. You could see that even the fans of United were panicking, and the game continues as the game progressed, as things were going. I thought Bilbao would take advantage of this, and I think we noticed how the brothers were missing. Remember, Nico and the Atsume Williams were not there, and you could see the difference in how much maybe Bilbao needed them. Remember, the first half they were affected by the red card. Today they were affected by not having some of their gunmen in the game to actually help to push and help them progress in this game. So it was 3-1 at half time. Goes to second half. The second half game goes, then the game as it was going, United could not even create anything to go forward so that you can actually appreciate going forward. It kept on happening countless times, and I was like, okay, I think if I'm Ruben Amorim, I think I need to need to make a change because maybe he has played so much. Garnacho, it just felt that at some point he was just running around, not really knowing where he was going, just running around. And I felt like maybe if there was a change of legs to put maybe more energy in this game, to put more help in this game, it might actually come to life. And I think Amarin maybe might have had me, even though I don't really support this team. Then he made the changes, putting on, of course, first it was to put what's his Ahmad in the game, putting Kobe Mino and Mason Mount. What I loved about this decision was, of course, he kept Rasmus Holland in the game, taking out some of the players around them. And what I was more interested in seeing is exactly what was going to happen because also Mazraoui was taken out. So actually, when Ahmad came in the game, he was not playing as that wing back. He was actually playing as an Ahmad 10. And next to him, it was Mason Mount playing on the left side of number 10. Kobe Miner just below him, just behind him with Bruno Fernandes at that midfield to help progress the game. And one thing that changed, and it was very clear from the beginning, United started playing the ball. It was flawless, the passes, the movement, the easy coming, easy going, and it was actually saying, okay, there's something that United are weakening. The pressure that they put before they scored the first goal, which was scored by Mason Mount. If you look at it, from when the goal was scored, if you just look from the maybe a minute or 2 minutes leading to the goal, just look at how intense and how tactical alert United were in moving the ball, doing the right tactics, passing, knowing when to hold the ball, to progress the ball, to release, to make sure that the players are running on the position, giving them the right point. I think Mason Mount was given and he didn't head the ball well. It went backwards. It was recycled. They came back again, and What a pass that Mason Mount received. I think it was from Lenny Euro, and the Euro gave him while he was looking back. But the movement, the touch of his leg from the way he received it and turned with the ball, creating a space to confuse the defenders, and the killer that he put in that game, man. I felt as a football fan, not as a United fan, as a football fan, I felt alive. I came alive. That was what football, that's exactly what we talk about when we talk about football. The way he controlled the goal, it was amazing. Then, of course, the game continues, and I think Rasmal Casemiro was still in the game, and I think Bruno Fernandes assisted Casemiro to make it 2-1 for United. But the one thing that was now different from this point, Atletico Bilbao noticed that they were now in deep danger. They were now in danger, and they were really afraid of doing anything, and that gave the more United the confidence. Of course, the confidence was coming because the likes of Ahmad, the likes of the Ahmad, they were moving with the ball, they were progressing well, they were getting the ball, they were putting pressure into the team, and the likes of Maguire were just setting it in the right position so that the team keep progressing in their attacking system and the way they were going. And the third goal comes in. Ahmad takes the ball, is given it back to, I think was it Bruno or was it Kobe Mine? I think it was Kobe Mine. He passes to Ahmad. Ahmad goes to the byline and he's almost on the line. I thought the ball was out. He was able to bring it back, and it was just, I don't know, people might call it a tap in, but somehow I felt like the ball hit Rasmus Højlund and it went in the back of the net. How do I say, why am I saying that? Because if you notice the way the goal went in, I don't think even himself knew where the ball was going. Because if it was a tap in, he was going to know where to actually put the ball. But it kind of like bounced back with him because it was just his reaction of trying to see what was happening with the ball. And it bounced back to him, went on, and it was Old Trafford went crazy. Old Trafford went crazy. And before the last goal, which was scored, there was a touch. There was a movement which was done. I think it came from Bruno to Kobe Maino, and from Meno it went to Mason Mount. That touch that he did, and they released it to one player who was now playing on as a wing back for United. I don't know his name. Maybe you might tell me it's one of the academy of United. And I felt like if that kid just at least he hit, that would have been one of the best assists we have ever seen in Europa League. But it didn't. Then it continued with the game. Then the goalkeeper was forced to come out of the position of Bilbao. And when he did that, he clearing the chance, he was straight in Mason Mount's leg. And the way he hit that killer into an empty gate, I felt like Mason Mount was introduced. This is Mason Mount reintroduced, being introduced in Manchester. I've always felt that maybe injuries have let him down. A lot of things have happened, but I felt like he was really introduced. I'm speaking this not because I care about him. I'm speaking as a football fan, how that was an amazing the way the game was played, and I think he deserves to go where they are. Bodo Glimt versus Tottenham Hotspurs, it was a good game. I think it was a bit down in terms of Tottenham Hotspurs knew that they'd made it already, but there was a certain fear that you could see from Tottenham Hotspurs. They were afraid of maybe overcommitting themselves because they thought that if they overcommit, Bodo Glimt might take advantages of the chances and the opportunities that they create and actually punish them. But if you notice, if you watch the game, if you continue on watching, the Bodo Glimt had really nothing to offer. In fact, I felt like their fans making so much noise at 2 a.m. to the Tottenham Hotspur's hotel was they actually offered more than what the team did. Then, of course, there were some few changes which were made. Dominic Solanke was unleashed. First scored the first goal, scored the second goal, and it was 5-1 on aggregate. The game came to an end, and we knew who was going on to the next round. Tottenham, Chelsea, of course, they already did the most work in the first game, and everything that was being played, it was just to fulfill what had been done. And the one goal that they scored, it was just them saying that, okay, this is not a fluke. We got the job done. We are ready to see who will face in the competition. So the game finished 1-0, 5-1 on aggregate. Then the last one which was played was, of course, between Florentina and the is it Real Sociedad? I'm not sure. I don't want to say it wrong, but it was between Florentina, yeah, Florentina and Real Betis. I did not really watch most of this game. I know that there were so many headers which were scored by Florentina to bring them back in the game, because remember they'd been beaten at Bilbao's home, and it was it Betis, Real Betis' home, and it was a moment for them to go to the next level. And I just felt like when I started watching the game, I think we were about to go to extra time. I noticed something interesting. Anthony is not just adding a number in this team, people. He's actually playing the best football we've ever seen from him. I think since he has come to United. He told us before that he's enjoying his time. He told us really that he's enjoying his time. And I think it was really clear in watching the game, the way he's controlling the ball. He's not panicking. He's not afraid. He's not being fighting with the ball. He's just enjoying himself. One to touch is moving well, knowing when to release, when to attack, how to open up the spaces. And that's what happened in the assist that he scored. He helped Betis to actually win the game, because they finished 2-2, and on aggregate, Betis won by 4 goals to 3, and that's how the whole entire tournament was done. So the finals looks as like this: Tottenham Hotspurs will be facing Manchester United, and Chelsea will be facing Real Betis. Of course, remember yesterday we discovered that PSG will be facing Inter Milan. It's gonna be an exciting time, and I'm really excited over what happens. First of all, talking about Tottenham versus United. We'll build up into that game, and I want to hear your thoughts on it. Then also Chelsea versus Betis. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the Connect, the best way you support us. Let me know where you're watching us from. It's always exciting to hear. Don't forget to like the video. I'm out. Subscribe to the Connect. Peace.